So I think one of the things that I came here to the Sakai conference in Boston really hoping to see was some real interest in reinventing the requirements gathering process. And so a number of us prior to the conference had been discussing the need for a new process to be launched, and had put together a session, a community gathering to try to bring folks together to discuss how we might bring this agenda forward over the next academic year. And I think particularly as we look to some of the new initiatives, the Sakai development process, product council, new roles of the foundation like project manager, and of course Sakai 3, it just seems to make a lot of sense to try to revisit how we might gather requirements from our user population and bring them to developers in a way that can hopefully result in getting a lot of those things done and available as tools for teachers and students and researchers in new versions of Sakai. And for folks who may not be familiar with it, there have been efforts over the last several years to do a requirements gathering process. So this isn't a new concept, and it's one that I think has met with some success, and there's been some good things going on in terms of identifying the top issues people wanted to get fixed. But certainly there was also challenges in actually realizing those requirements and getting them actually accomplished. And so here at the conference, I think I've seen a really significant amount of enthusiasm and interest to revisit this and try to work together to find kind of a new way forward. So I'm very encouraged that following the conference we're going to get a core group of people. And I think importantly, not just technical folks or designers, but teaching and learning and research folks who really know and have a passion for what users' needs are. One of the things that I think that came up that I wasn't expecting that I think is also really exciting is that in the past the requirements process has been a bit more about specific tools or widgets or enhancements that people need because it's not doing exactly what they want a certain tool or certain capability of the system. That's obviously critical. We need to know what those things are. We need to be working on them. But what I also found people talking about was creating a vision from a teaching and learning perspective that was independent of the technology. So rather than saying we want a specific type of tool to do this, it's more about if we had limited resources, here's what we'd love our teachers and students to be able to do with this technology that would facilitate very new ways of teaching and learning and experiencing education. And I think that kind of requirements, which I think is different than what we've been doing in the past, is going to be very powerful, particularly as we look to Sakai 3. So as people are looking at what technology to use and how to build Sakai 3, they have this vision of what it could potentially become, but not a technical vision, a teaching and learning vision.